What is up, guys? Star Wars Only here, and today I'm going to give you my review over Rogue One. A lot of you have been asking me for this review for a long time now, on Instagram, on YouTube, and commenting and messaging me saying, yeah, give me a review, and I'm like, alright, I'm trying, but I haven't seen it that many times. That's why I'm just now coming out with one, because I've seen it 3 or 2 times now. I don't know. I don't care. First time I saw it was with my boy Clint, Star Wars Daily. Check him on Instagram. Me and him saw it together for the first time. That's when I met him and everything. Really nice guy. Loved Clint to death. Very sexy man, if I may say so myself. Met him up, watched it with him, and at the premiere, and it was great. But then I knew I had to see it a second time to actually judge the movie for what it is and really look at it like a critic would. Really look at it from a non-Star Wars fan, but yes, a Star Wars fan perspective at the exact same time, just not fanboy over it. So, first off, let's just get right into the review. Just no hold bar, let's just get right into it. The first 40 minutes of this movie are extremely boring. I don't care who you are. I don't know how you can enjoy the first 40 minutes. They don't attract you that much. Most movies at the beginning, it's supposed to kind of keep you hooked a little bit. Some movies don't. Some movies are like this where they start off really slow. And that's okay. They can do that. But this movie was just so boring in the first 40 minutes, especially for a Star Wars film. You know, it always starts out with action in Star Wars movies, and this one kind of did, but it still was just, I was dragging along. The second time I saw it, I really was trying hard not to fall asleep. I was on the verge of falling asleep the second time I saw this movie, because I was in those really comfortable chairs that they serve at movies now and whatnot, and oh man, I was so close to just crashing out, because that's how boring the first 40 minutes are. But it does eventually pick up. Another problem I have with this movie is there's no character development. And by the way, don't think this is going to be nothing but critiques on like how bad it is. I'm going to tell you that it's good at the end and what I really feel about it, but I'm just going over the bad stuff. I feel like there was no character development in this movie at all. There was character development. There wasn't good character development, and there wasn't good character development over all the characters. Jyn Erso, I felt no connection. The Captain, I felt a little bit of a connection. Saw Gerrera, no connection at all. K2, I felt a connection. Donnie Yen's character, I felt a connection, and then Donnie Yen's sidekick buddy, I felt a connection with him. The pilot, I kind of felt a connection, not really. But the point is, I didn't feel as good of a connection as I should have with these guys. I should have been really close with them, and when they all, you know, died at the very end of the movie, spoiler alert, I don't care, how about that? When they all died at the end of the movie, I should have been in tears. I should have been like, oh no. Oh no, not Jyn. Oh, the Captain. Oh, K2. No, I didn't care. They died, and I was like, damn, that sucks. Alright, next. And then the next person died, I was like, alright, whatever. I mean, the only time that I was kind of like, really kind of, when they died was when Donnie Yen was like, I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I was like, that's sweet. That was about it. I didn't care when they died, and I don't feel like much people did either. I know at the end they're like, man, I wish they wouldn't have died, but no one was in tears because you didn't connect to the characters. And that's no one's fault but the writing. They didn't spend enough time connecting with the characters properly. They really sped through it. And you can make the argument that, oh, well, it's a short movie, you can't connect to the characters as well as you would in episodes, you know, 4 through 6 or 1 through 3. And that's just false. I mean, a lot of people cried when Han Solo died. Yeah, we had 3 movies to love him, but I mean, we all fell in love with him in the first movie. Forrest Gump. I cried when Jenny died, and she's not even in the movie as much as Forrest Gump is. And that movie was, what, 30 minutes longer than this one? So it's kind of unfair to say that, oh, well, it's a short movie, so you can't connect to the characters. That's not how this works. No. I cried when she died because there was good character development on her, and well, of course, Forrest kind of made me cry too, but the way he reacted to it. But still, plenty of movies make you cry off of character development, and that's what they should have done better. That's another critique I have, is that the deaths were not emotional at all. Saw Gerrera, when he died, that was the dumbest thing ever. I don't know why he died. No character development with him, so when he died, no one even cared, no one teared up, nothing. We're just like, alright, he's dead, whatever. But the way he died too made no sense. He's like, I'm not gonna run anymore! What are you running from? Who are you running from? Are you running from death? Because I completely get the fact that you don't want to run from the Empire anymore and you want to face them and be a man, but you're not facing them. You're literally looking at a pile of rocks about to hit you, and by the way, they do. So why don't you just live to fight another day and then attack the Empire instead of just letting them come at you and kill? That made no sense to me. But I know one of you are going to rant on it in the comments and tell me how stupid and retarded I am because I'm a, you know, whatever. But anyway, The main lead, Jen Erso's character, or actress, I don't know her name, Felicity Jones. I think that's what her name is, yeah. I don't think she did that great of a job. All the other actors and actresses I think did fine. Her, for some reason, I guess I'm just being mean. I just did not feel a connection to her, and that's just might be the writing, it might be her acting. A lot of things that she said were very cringy in my opinion, and I just did not like. Like, I guess it's her face too, because I look at her, I'm like, I just want to punch you for some reason. But even I knew I didn't like her even when the trailers came out, when she was like, "This is rebellion. I rebel." I'm like, oh, shut up! That's so cringy. And then when she's like, "May the Force be with us," it just, I don't know why I don't like it. It's just so irking. I just don't like her. I don't know why. She did not do good in this role at all, in my opinion. But, you know, whatever. The story itself was simple and it was fine. Other than the orphan story that we are so used to, which is stupid and annoying at this point. They should stop doing the orphan story. Other than that, the story was fine. It was plain and simple. You know, she's trying to find her father, and they're trying to stop the Death Star from being built. They're trying to find out what this Death Star is. Really simple, really good. Plot, completely fine. No problems with the plot at all. Straightforward. It's hard to get mad about the plot. What else was there? The speech at the close to the end, the Rebels speech, when Jen Erso was trying to give a speech. I didn't like the speech because, you know, it sounded really, really familiar, and I'm trying to think of that movie. Aha! Braveheart.
Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
Sons of Scotland, I am William Wallace. I'm sorry, that is exactly how that speech came off to me. But other than that, the movie wasn't that bad. I honestly actually was pretty good. The biggest complaint, and the only complaint that actually made the movie even better, was how heavy this movie relied on the originals and even the prequels. If you notice, they made a lot of cameos and whatnot. They had the two guys Luke runs into at the bar. Like, that was kind of unnecessary, but it gave me a chuckle or two, you know? And then C-3PO and R2-D2, that wasn't necessary. That didn't give me a chuckle. I was really like, you guys are really just doing fan service at this point. And then same with like the Red Leader and everything. That wasn't needed, but they put it in. But I liked that one. That one was nice. And then, who else was there? Bail Organa, that wasn't necessary, but that wasn't even an original praise. That was a prequel. And that was also kind of nice. It also showed Chopper and the Ghost from Rebels. And then it had Tarkin. Oh my god, Tarkin probably was the best role in the movie, and he's dead. The actor for him has been dead for a long time now. I think he died in '97. But I mean, that was kind of cool, having a CGI Tarkin. I didn't like the CGI Leia. I think yet again that was an unnecessary shout out to the prequels, but it worked. Some people liked it. I personally didn't care for it. I thought it looked weird and was unnecessary, but Tarkin's was cool. But other than that, the movie was great. I can't say. I give you my complaints about it, yes, but they're just me being honest that, yes, it was a good movie, but it had a lot of faults, too. Relying so heavily on the originals is just proving my point that Disney is relying too heavy on the original fans. It's trying to show the point of, well, it's coming off as the prequels don't exist at all. And yes, while I don't like the prequels at all, a lot of people do. And they do have their good moments in them. So you can't just shun them and act like they never happened. They happened. Get with it, deal with it, get over it. And yes, the prequels were great, but we don't need you to constantly remind us how great the prequels were. You don't have to copy it word for word and make that movie and then think it's going to be the greatest thing ever. We notice these things. I notice it, at least. So yes, this movie was really good, and I really did like it. I didn't like the fact that they relied so heavy on the originals, but I also kind of enjoyed it at the same time. I sound like a hypocrite, and I might be kind of confusing, but you understand where I'm coming from, hopefully. Because I look at this movie, I'm like, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't that good because it did rely on the originals so much. And a lot of people are trying to tell me that, oh, it's one of the best ones, it's the second best, it's the third best. Well, if you really think that, then the original should be above it, because how can this movie be better than any of the originals when it bases itself off the originals so much? That's like trying to say The Force Awakens is better than A New Hope. It's not. It literally almost is the exact same thing as A New Hope. Yes, it's different, but it's just so copy and paste. So it's impossible to say these movies are better than the originals when they copied off the originals so much. Whereas the prequels, they tried their own thing. They completely, they took a gamble and they did their best, and they barely even touched the original stuff and made a couple cameos. This one relied heavily on it. And I keep saying that because it's just true. But overall, I like the movie. It has the best action in any Star Wars film I've ever seen. It didn't have any Jedi in it at all. It had Darth Vader at the end being a Sith, and that was just amazing. That was the best scene of the entire film. The battle at the end on Scarif was just beautifully done. It was, 30 minutes worth of action, and it was so fast-paced, you just did not want it to end. It was so good. The space battles, the on-the-ground stuff, it was just great. The director, Krennic guy, he did his role perfectly. This movie was amazing. It was really, really good, and I really did enjoy watching this. Is it the best Star Wars movie out there? No, it's not. It's nothing compared to the originals, but that's my opinion. You have your own. Is it the best one? No. Is it the worst one? No, not even close. I firmly believe it's better than most of the prequels, if not all of them. Is it better than Force Awakens? That's a video that'll come out later. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. So overall, I did like the movie. If I had to give it a score, I'd give it a solid, if we're going from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe even an 8.3. But not a 9 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10. It wasn't great. It wasn't the best. But it was good. It was good. It was very enjoyable and very watchable. I don't find the rewatchability that high because of the first 40 minutes of the movie being so boring. It's one of those movies where if I walk into the living room and it's already about halfway through, you're like, yes, let's watch this. Because you want to get past the first half so bad. But yeah, I liked it. I really did. I can say that. I really did enjoy this movie. So, comment your thoughts below. Tell me if you really did like this movie or not. If you did, that's fine. If you loved it, that's great. I hope you guys did enjoy the movie as much as I did, because it is a good time and it is a good movie to watch. So, I'm Star Wars Only, guys. I hope you liked this review. Comment the next video you want me to make, and I'll see if I can get to work on it. Comment, like, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. May the Force be with you, always.